I would like to welcome everyone to this meeting of the Council. This meeting is being live broadcast to YouTube for the public to view the proceedings. Please check that your mobile phones are switched off or on silent. If they are not, please see to it now. In the event of the fire alarm sounding, please follow the officers to the muster point at the front of the building and do not use the lifts. The Mayor is entrusted to maintain the quorum of this meeting, and I would therefore like to remind councillors that respect is to be shown to all members and officers in the chamber. When someone is speaking, could councillors be respectful and do not hold their own private conversations. All members who do not respect this will be reminded. We will find an appropriate time for a short couple break if we go beyond an hour and a half. You may see that from time to time, officers will be speaking to myself or the new Mayor. They will be guiding us through any procedural points. I would like to remind all councillors that they must stand when addressing the chamber. Before I turn to the agenda for this meeting, I would like to invite Father Stewart to lead us in prayer. Please stand. Thank you.
Let us pray. Almighty God, unto whom all hearts are open, all desires known, and all just thoughts do proceed, cleanse the thoughts of our hearts and minds as we take counsel one with another. May we be inspired by your love and grace, O Lord, that all the decisions we make this night may be done for the common good of all who live in Spelthorne and in accordance with your holy will. We ask this through Christ our Lord. Amen.
Thank you, Father Stewart. Please be seated. Sorry? Yeah. Thank you, Father Stewart. Points of order. I will now hand over to the Council Monitoring Officer to do with points of order.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Good evening, everyone. Councillors are reminded that the point of order may only relate to an alleged breach of Council standing orders or the law. Any councillors raising a point of order must indicate the standing order or the point of law and the way in which they consider it has been broken. Councillors are also reminded that they are only to speak once on a matter and once on an amendment. If it is apparent that significant inaccuracy of information has been shared during the discussion, which is misleading to members, in accordance with standing orders, any member may propose a motion for a short adjournment of the meeting. During the adjournment, the member querying the information being provided will advise which part of discussion they disagree with. The monitoring officer will decide whether this does need addressing. If this can be resolved at the meeting, it will be, but if further investigation is needed, members will be advised of the outcome as soon after the meeting as practicable. Any such adjournment should be proposed before a motion is put to final vote. The ruling of the Mayor on any part of this meeting is final. Thank you.
Thank you, Linda. Agenda item 1, election of the Mayor. Before we move on with electing the Mayor for the 26-27 municipal year, I would like to say a few words about my time as Mayor. As my year as Mayor of Spelthorne comes to an end, I would like to reflect on a truly rewarding and memorable year. It has been a great honour to serve the borough and meet the wonderful residents, community groups, businesses and charities that make Spelthorne such a special place. I'm especially grateful to everyone who supported my nominated charities, Stanwell Community Group, First Stanwell Air Scouts, Family Thriving Together and Spelthorne Museum. Your generosity has helped to raise valuable funds and awareness for these fantastic organisations. I would like to offer my sincere thanks to the Mayoress Councillor Susan Doran and the Deputy Mayor Councillor Sandra Dunn for their constant support throughout the year. I'm also grateful to my fellow councillors, the staff at Spelthorne, for the professionalism and hard work behind the scenes, and especially to my PA Maxine, whose advice, support and good humour made this year so easier and enjoyable. Finally, I thank all the residents, volunteers and local organisations for the kindness and support. As I hand over the chain of office, I do so with great pride in our community and confidence in the future. I would now like forget the last bit. Agenda item 1. Please, can I now invite nominations to be mayor for the 2026-27 municipal year? Councillor Nichols.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I would like to nominate Councillor Sandra Dunn as mayor for the next municipal year.
Is that seconded, Councillor?
I'm happy to second that, thank you.
Are there any other nominations? Councillor Bottler.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I'd like to nominate Councillor Darren Clark. Thank you.
Sorry.
Councillor Clark.
Okay, thank you. Who is seconding, Councillor?
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to second that. Thank you.
That's Councillor Lee. There are 2 nominations. Councillor Nichols, do you wish to speak on behalf of your candidate?
Yes, please, Mr. Mayor. Thank you very much. It gives me great pleasure to propose Councillor Sandra Dunn to be the mayor of Spelthorne. If you were to describe the perfect mayor, they would be a long-serving member of this council who knows how things should be done. Someone respected and who is not stuck in party politics. They should be capable of being impartial, but also authoritative. They should be someone who likes people and wants to project a positive image of Spelthorne. I think that we should all agree that this job description fits Councillor Dunn perfectly. She's been a councillor for 19 years, longer than any other current member. In her time, she has helped many members, past and present, to get to grips with the council and how it works. I've had the privilege of representing the same ward as Sandra, Halliford and Sunbury West, and I know how well liked she is and how she is held in very high regard by her residents. Sandra is kind and helpful to everyone. She has always been the most diligent in handling residents' casework and has helped to advise me on numerous occasions. We have all got to know Councillor Dunn's calm authority and the chair of this council. The late lamented Robin Sider mentored her to succeed him as chair of the licensing committee because he knew she was a safe pair of hands, and I think we can all recognise what a good judge of character Councillor Sider was. We are sadly electing the last mayor of Spelthorne, but I cannot think of anyone better to fulfil this role than Sandra Dunn in this final year.
Thank you, Councillor Nichols. Councillor Sexton, do you wish to speak on behalf of the candidate?
Quite a hard act to follow, to be honest. Just a couple of things from me. I've known Sandra since I've been on the council, and I'm the second longest standing councillor. Sandra's an amazing person. She's very kind, considerate, and always open to listen to anybody. I really cannot think of anyone better for this role, and I wholeheartedly support this. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Sexton. Councillor Bottler, could you...
Yep, thank you, Mr. Mayor. I think we all know Darren, we all know his background. It's funny, Councillor Sider was mentioned. Councillor Sider brought Councillor Clark into this. So quite amazing. So there's a really good comparison there. I think we used to sort of have mayors from going through the system, and that was broken some time ago. And I think we had a mayor or deputy mayor that was due to be elected, but had only been here a year. So doing the 3-year term, I think, gives him some credibility there. Darren's commitment to the residents is second to none. I'm sure you've all read what he's been doing with the boxing club and various other things. What he does for our country still on a voluntary basis, and his efforts in the armed services for the council. I do really think Darren has got that stature to be a great mayor. I also really appreciate Councillor Dunn's position as well, who's been a great mayor for the last few weeks. So I shall leave it up to the vote, but I do propose and back Councillor Clark. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Bolton. Councillor Lee, do you wish to comment?
I do, Mr Mayor. Following on from Councillor Bortflower, Darren has not only served this country but served this community diligently since 2023. Following on, Sandra is my ward councillor and she has done a sterling job. I think if we were considering based on purely somebody that could do a sterling job in the last year, then Darren is that right person, but I agree with Councillor Bortflower. It will be down to members to vote. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Lee. Any other councillors wishing to speak? Okay, go straight to the vote. Can I have a show of hands for Councillor Clark to be Mayor of Spelthorne? Okay. Can I have a show of hands for Councillor Dunn to be Mayor of Spelthorne?
Thank you very much, everyone. The results of the count is as follows. 9 votes for Councillor Clark and 20 votes for Councillor Dunn. So therefore, Councillor Dunn is elected. Thank you.
Thank you, Linda. Congratulations, Sandra Dunn. You're now Mayor of Spelthorne. Now I've got to transfer this sheet.
Got the script.
You need a photographer.
Thank you.
It's okay, you can adjust it when you
We'll sort it out later.
Yeah. Now, we'll shortly go for a short adjournment, but before that, I would like to present some gifts to members of staff and council who have helped me during my mayoral year. And number one is Councillor Susan Doran, the mayoress, and also my consort. And second on the list, Maxine Cole. oh, 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 I, Deputy Mayor Councillor Dunn, and
They're lovely.
Terry Collier.
Maxine.
Oh. Karen Bryce. And Christine O'Day. Leader of the Council, Joe Saxon. My favourite monitoring officer, Linda. Linda.
Are you sure? Yeah.
Councillor Gibson. Thank you. We now have a short adjournment, so the new mayor can get warmed up. Thank you.
Just take it. Yeah. Sorry to keep you all waiting. Right. Ladies and gentlemen, please be upside. Oh, that's you've already said that, haven't you? Yeah. Right. Right, thank you. You can all be seated now. Oops. Right, I will now make the declaration of acceptance of office and sign the register with the Chief Executive. Shall we stand? Yes. Okay. I, Councillor Dunn, having been elected to the office of Mayor of the Borough of Spelthorne, declare that I take that office upon myself and will duly and faithfully fulfil the duties of it according to the best of my judgment and ability. And I will now sign the declaration. Thank you. Right. Right, I would now like to present Councillor John Doran with his past Mayor's badge. Right. I'll put this together first. Well done. I would like to announce that my consort for the coming year will be my daughter, Mrs. Emma Clare. Please can I ask her? Please can I ask her to take a seat on the lower dais? And please can I invite Councillor John Doran's consort to present my consort with the Mayor's consort badge. I would now like to invite my consort to present the outgoing Mayor's consort with the past Mayor's consort badge. Thank you. Please can I ask that Councillor John Doran and his consort to be seated with their group, and we will then proceed with the remainder of the published agenda. Thank you. Can I please ask Father Stewart to present Reverend Rose with the chaplain's badge?
You want to introduce him? Say he's your
Yeah. Where does it say that? I would now like to introduce Reverend Tim Rose, who will be my nominated chaplain for the term of this office. Right, now we get to the agenda for this evening. Item Agenda 2, apologies for absence.
Do we have any apologies?
Yes, Madam Mayor, we have apologies from Councillors Arnold, Chandler, Geraci, and Saligalopoulos and Woodward. Thank you.
Are there any other apologies? Councillor Bortflower.
Oh, thank you, Madam Mayor, and congratulations on your appointment. The apologies are Buddy Wissinger. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Bortflower. Agenda item 3, minutes. Standing Order 10.1, the only part of the minutes that can be discussed is their accuracy. I now need to sign the minutes of the council meeting held on the 30th of April, unless there's any members have points of accuracy to raise. No? Okay. So are the minutes agreed? Agreed. Thank you. I'll now sign the minutes. You haven't got the minutes? Right, I'll do that later. Minor hiccup, don't worry. Agenda item 4, disclosures of interest. Do any members have any disclosures of interest in relation to the matters which are to be considered at this meeting, aside from those members that are also county council councillors, elected councillors on the West Surrey Shadow Authority, Councillor Nichols, that is on the Knoll Green Estates Board of Directors, and Councillor Woodward, who is the member representative on the Spelthorne Direct Services Board? No? Okay, thank you very much. Right, so we now go on to agenda item 5, which is the election of the Deputy Mayor. Please can I invite nominations for Deputy Mayor for the 2026 to 2027 municipal year. And please can I have proposers and seconders for each nomination.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I'd like to propose Councillor Michelle Gibson. Thank you.
Thank you. And who will second that? Councillor Williams?
I'm happy to second that, Madam Deputy Mayor. Madam Mayor, sorry.
Thank you very much. Would the proposer like to say anything in support of their proposal?
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I'd like to say a few words. Councillor Michelle Gibson has been a councillor on this authority since 2019, representing Riverside and Leyland Ward. She has lived in Staines for many years and is a well-known face in her community. Michelle has worked diligently and tirelessly to help solve residents' issues brought to her attention. Michelle has served the council well as Chair of Planning, overseeing good, robust debate in that committee. She is heavily involved in the work currently being undertaken on the Staines Master Plan and making an equally valuable contribution to the work involved in the HMO process. I believe she will make an ideal support to our newly elected Mayor and act as a good ambassador in her own right when required. I recommend her to the Chamber. Thank you.
Would the seconder like to say anything?
Councillor Gibson has been a stalwart in supporting her residents, particularly taking an interest in the protection of Staines, the wildlife, the natural environment, and yet, as Chair of Planning, has always managed to maintain absolute objectivity in what is quite a difficult task. I've got absolutely no doubt in my mind that she will make an excellent Deputy Mayor. Thank you.
Do any other councillors wish to speak in support of Councillor Gibson's nomination? No? Are there any other nominations? No? Okay. Well, we're going to vote on this then. Would you like, by a show of hands, to tell me if you agree with the nomination? Right. Is there anyone that is against this? Or wishes to abstain? It's okay. Or wishes, oh, you're abstaining, Councillor Bingdon. Okay. Would you like to?
Thank you, Madam Mayor. The result of the vote is 29 votes in favour. Thank you.
Right. I would like to congratulate Councillor Gibson on being elected as Deputy Mayor for the 2026-27 municipal year. Please can I invite you to join me up on the upper dais and to sign the Declaration of Acceptance of Office with the Chief Executive Officer.
No, come here.
You've got to come and sit up here.
Do you want to sit there?
Yeah.
Do you want to? Yes, you do.
Come sit aside. There you go.
Well, you've got to read out. You got glasses? Yeah. 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 Okay, the statement. As you know before, the Mayor and Deputy Mayor need to give an oath to you all about their role, and then I witness it formally.
I, Councillor Michelle Gibson, having been elected to the office of Deputy Mayor of the Borough of Spelthorne, declare that I take that office upon myself and will duly and faithfully fulfil the duties of it according to the best of my judgment and ability. Thank you.
You got to sit down.
You've got to sign this now.
There we go.
So if you just sign in here, and we'll fill it here.
Right. I would now like to present Councillor Gibson with the Deputy Mayor's badge. There we go. Could I please ask the Deputy Mayor to announce who will be your consort?
My consort will be Andrew Haywood, my husband. Thank you.
Can I please ask the Deputy Mayor's consort to come to the front of the chamber to be presented with their Deputy Mayor's consort badge? Right. Okay. Who's presenting the badge? Yeah, my daughter will do it. No, my daughter. Please can I invite the outgoing Deputy Mayor's consort, Mrs. Emma Clare, to present the Deputy Mayor's consort badge to the new Deputy Mayor's consort. Can I please ask the Mayor's Consort and the Deputy Mayor's Consort to return to their seats in the public gallery?
Thank you.
No, not you, your husband. Right, agenda item 6, announcements from the Mayor. Right. Firstly, I would like to thank everyone who has supported me tonight in my bid to become the last Mayor of the Borough of Spelthorne, and especially my family and friends who are here this evening to share this special occasion with me. I'm deeply honoured to serve the borough and to follow in the footsteps of the many mayors who have served before me. Having lived in Spelthorne for many years, I care deeply about our communities and the people who will make this borough such a wonderful place to live. I look forward to meeting residents from across the borough, supporting local organisations and working closely with the Deputy Mayor and fellow councillors during what promises to be a significant and historic year for local government. During my year as Deputy Mayor, I attended many of the events organised by Councillor John Duran, which has given me valuable experience and encouragement for the year ahead. I would like to thank John and his consort Sue for their kindness and support following the passing of my husband in October last year, and also for their continued offer of help throughout my mayoral year. My consort for the mayoral term will be my daughter Emma Clare. Alongside working full-time and being a busy mother, she would attend as many engagements as possible. I feel incredibly fortunate to have her support, and together we hope to make a great team. I also hope the events organised by my committee and me to raise funds for my chosen charities will be well supported by councillors, residents and the wider community, so that together we can make a meaningful difference during the remaining 10 months of this authority. My chosen charities are the Patients Cancer Support Group, which is a Shepperton-based charity providing a safe and supportive space for cancer patients, carers and bereaved families. Holly's Heroes, a Staines charity bringing moments of happiness and support to children and families affected by cancer. East to West, which is supporting young people and children facing mental health challenges and difficult circumstances. Home Start Spelthorne, trained volunteers providing practical and emotional support to local families with young children experiencing difficulties. Finally, please join me at the close of this annual council meeting for a buffet and refreshments as we celebrate together and look forward to making the remaining time as Spelthorne Borough Council a great success. Thank you. Right, we now come to agenda item 7, election of the leader of the council. Please can I invite nominations to be leader of the council for the 2026-27 municipal year. I will require proposers and seconders for each nomination. Councillor Gallowari.
Firstly, congratulations, Madam Mayor. I would like to nominate Councillor Greg Neil for the position of leader.
Would you like to propose now, or would you like to...
I'd like to propose now, yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Is that seconded?
Yes, Madam Mayor.
Would the proposer like to speak in support of his candidate?
Yes, Madam Mayor. Thank you. Good evening, everybody. It's my great honor to nominate Greg Neal as the leader of Spelthorne Borough Council, a man who does not just talk about his community, but also who has lived here, worked here, and served here for decades. Let me just focus on one thing that matters to most of the residents in this borough, which is trust. When you choose a council leader, you need someone you can trust with your money, your neighborhood, and your future. Greg has spent over 25 years building exactly that. As a fellow of the Personal Finance Society, he has guided hundreds of local families across Surrey and Middlesex through some of the most important financial decisions of their lives. He has never wavered in his commitment to honesty, transparency, and putting people first. This is the character we need leading this council. Spelthorne deserves a leader who is financially qualified, locally grounded, and genuinely trusted. That leader is Greg Neal. Thank you.
Thank you. Does the seconder wish to speak?
Yes, please, and congratulations as well, Madam Mayor. Greg is an excellent community champion. He is a financial advisor, as my fellow councillor just said, and he knows his sums. His sound advice is invaluable in the remaining term of this council. I was election agent on Councillor Neal's campaign, and it was an honour. I was blown away by his passion and dedication to his community. He cares deeply about Spelthorne, and I can't think of anyone better that will help us go forward into the West Surrey Authority. Thank you.
Are there any other nominations? Councillor Howard Williams. Yes.
So yes,
Councillor
I'd like to
Williams,
nominate
I
Councillor
wasn't
Sexton.
quite sure what you wasn't talking about.
Sorry, Madam Mayor, I thought Councillor Hawkins put a hand up. Sorry.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch that. I didn't catch that. Sorry. Would you like to go first, Councillor Hawkins?
First over what? I haven't put my hand up for anything.
Apologies.
Okay, we'll go back to where we were. Councillor Williams.
Thank you. Yes, I'd like to propose Councillor Sexton.
Can we have a seconder?
Yeah, I'd like to second Councillor Sexton.
Thank you. Councillor Williams, would you like to speak in support of your nomination?
Yes, thank you, Madam Mayor, and congratulations on your appointment.
Thank you.
Councillor Sexton has proven her claim to put residents at the heart of everything we do, and has done so in a collegiate fashion, bringing cross-party cooperation to deliver meaningful outcomes for our residents. This informal partnership between Independents, Greens, Labour and Lib Dems has delivered real benefits for our residents, and we should be proud of our achievements. Here are some examples. An unsound local plan questioned by the inspector, disagreed with by the Environment Agency and disliked by residents has been changed, agreed by the Environment Agency and the inspector and adopted by this council, meaning the council can finally move forward with developments across the borough on a sustainable and sound basis. 2, a supplementary planning document for houses in multiple occupation, championed by Councillor Sexton and supported cross-party, has been adopted, addressing residents' concerns about the uncontrolled proliferation of HMOs in the borough. 3, a social value strategy has been adopted, meaning that the council cannot be forced to sell sites like Bridge Street Car Park, Thameside House and the Oast House simply to the highest bidder, but can instead take community interests and residents' wishes into account. 4, a design code has been adopted,
It was instigated and championed by Councillor Sexton, drawing on input and support from leading national experts in town planning. A design code that puts an end to uncontrolled and inappropriate development and instead ensures new developments are appropriate to their environment. This design code, by the way, has been shortlisted for a planning award because of its exemplary approach to community engagement. But the job isn't yet complete. We've just 10 months left before Spelthorne Council ceases to exist. In that time, we still need to complete the affordable housing plans to ensure that our residents start to benefit from a meaningful material increase in the supply of new affordable homes in the borough. This SPD consultation with our community runs until 5th of June, and we then need to quickly take the feedback from that consultation into account and adopt the SPD before the deadline for new SPDs runs out. 6, we are still only at the early stages of creating a Staines master plan, a plan that will set out a long-term vision for the future of the main town in Spelthorne, a plan that will make Staines a greener, more pedestrian-friendly, safer and more vibrant place to live, work and play. Fresh from the end of an intense election campaign, the willingness for parties across the political divide to work together in the best interests of our residents remains intact, largely because of Councillor Sexton's commitment to putting people before politics. Now is not the time to change a successful, proven formula. Let's give Councillor Sexton and ourselves the time to finish the job. Anything else would be a betrayal of our residents. Please put our residents first and support Councillor Sexton. Thank you.
Councillor Doran, would you like to speak in support?
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I've known Joe Sexton since 2015. We met, I believe, on the hustings. Joe was from a different part to my own. She won the seat. I noticed that during that particular period, her interest in the residents. This is what she's on about all the time. The residents' interest comes first, and this was played out on her literature and on a speech she gave on the hustings. Now, fast forward 4 years from now, when I was chair of Neighbourhood Services with Catherine Rutherford as my deputy at the time. Jo was a member of the committee. Her constant beef to me as chair was the forward plan. She had this idea, she was fixated on cameras, security cameras. She kept chiding Jackie Taylor. But Jackie explained to her, we haven't got total control over these cameras. We've got to share them with Runnymede. The actual control of these cameras is in Runnymede and not in Spelthorne. But eventually, she did get her spies cameras. And in the end, with her persistence. And this is the character of the lady. Now, fast forward to recent 2 years. Look what Joe's achieved over those 2 years. The forward plan, the recovery plan, and the most important one of all, which is the rescheduling of the massive commercial property debt over a 10-year period in conjunction with Terry Collier and the commissioners. This is why I think we all should, in this chamber, support Jo's nomination to continue as leader of this council. She's the best candidate. Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any other nominations for leader? No. Okay, so we have two. Oh, Councillor Williams?
Could I ask for a named vote, please?
Yes. Councillor Brennan?
Thank you and congratulations, Madam Mayor. Am I allowed to ask a quick question?
Yes.
How long has Councillor Neil been in office if he is running for leader of the council? Because if we've only got this year to get lots of things done, so I just wanted the answer to that. Thank you.
I've been advised that that is an irrelevant question, I'm afraid. Okay, as we're having a name vote, we will be voting for one candidate or the other. Councillor Hawkins.
Congratulations on your thing, but are we having any discussions over the candidates?
You can have discussions if you like.
Please.
Okay, carry on.
Right. I'm sorry, but I cannot support Councillor Sexton to be leader of this council in this very important year. In her time, there's been many unexplained situations that have been swept under the carpet, with many distressed staff situations. For myself, she caused an abhorrent situation in Laleham and Shepperton Green due to her inactions regarding the Home Office letter that she received in November regarding the HMOs within Spelthorne and within my own ward of Laleham. She failed the residents again by causing much consternation between residents, which resulted in an ugly situation in Laleham. This resulted in police involvement and a lot of distressed parents and carers. This situation was of much distress to the residents of Laleham and the wider Spelthorne. This situation is now under internal and external investigation, and so I feel to appoint Councillor Sexton again with yet another investigation hanging over her head is wrong. And as Councillor Surridge says, we need a leader that we can trust.
Does anybody else wish to speak on? Councillor Bopari.
Thank you, Madam Mayor, and congratulations on your new position. I've been lucky enough to know Greg for a few years now, even before he was a councillor. And the work he's done across the community just speaks volumes, with all his work with Ashford Wide, just getting out there, getting his hands dirty, putting the flags up during every celebration. He's up there, he's out there with the residents. On top of that, this man has got the most sharpest of business minds. A local business owner, he is just incredible. And on top of that, the biggest heart. I'm lucky enough to sit with Greg in one of the local surgeries, and I see people, local residents coming in at their lowest points, and I see how Greg puts his heart and soul into helping them. He goes above and beyond every time. And most importantly for me, as we're fighting for the identity of Spelthorne, Greg is the man to see that through and make sure South Middlesex is in the new name, because that's who we are. And he was there on Middlesex Day, out there helping, shouting it from the rooftops, back in the campaign from day one. So we need someone who backs the borough, someone with a big heart, sharp business brain. There's only one person for the job. Good luck, Greg. Thank you.
Does anybody else? Councillor Doran.
I'd like to speak in support. Oh, sorry. I should be told to stand up. I'd like to speak in support of Jo Sexton, who has put her heart and her soul into supporting Spelthorne. She has done so much for this borough. She has worked her guts off, and she has stayed up sometimes into the next day to do the hard work. She also has a business, and she knows how to run a business. She has done a lot for the borough completely, and nobody else has got a bigger heart than she has. The residents love her. The residents also rely on her and know they can rely on her and that she will not let them down. Thank you.
Councillor Geach. Congratulations, Madam Mayor. Look, we all know that the Labour Party are going out as of March next year. We don't really have a horse in the race, so the good thing about that position is actually we can be pretty blunt about what we're seeing. As a coalition, or some people don't call it a coalition, the Independents, Greens, Labour and the Libs have worked really well together over the past 3 years. Councillor Williams noted everything that we have achieved. It's been a smooth relationship. We've had Joe as the leader. We've had Chris Bateson as the deputy leader. We've all respected each other. We've all worked well together, even despite cross-party differences. As even just a week ago, we were expecting to continue with this sort of dream team formula to ensure that this council, which is basically on palliative care, is wound up in the most graceful and organised fashion possible in the best interest of these residents. I was kind of a little shocked to find out that there might be a change of plans, and I have to say, Libs, Labour, we've been laughing at the Conservatives in Surrey County Council and Spelthorne Borough Council for the past 50 years, the infighting that they've all had, splits, etc., what have you. It's taken the Liberal Democrats 12 days of being in control of West Surrey to start splitting and having their own fighting. I know this situation is down to something going on within that party. Sort it out. This is totally unacceptable. This really lacks the dignity of a party which has just taken power in West Surrey. I will be supporting Joe, and if Joe is supported and comes through as leader rightfully, it will be my pleasure to support Chris Bateson as well, so we can tie up the business here and get on with the job. Thank you.
Is there anybody else? Councillor Bond.
Thank you, Madam Mayor, and congratulations on becoming Mayor. So, Councillor Sexton has led the Council for the past 3 years and has brought stability to the Council after sorting out the legacy from the previous administration, which left huge debts on the investment properties. And in the last 3 years, with Joe as leader, the Council's finances are now in a much better situation than they were when she took over. So, as my colleagues have said, our party, we've worked closely with Councillor Sexton and know how she collaborates well with others and is always seeking consensus. I don't always agree with Councillor Sexton, but I know that she's doing a fine job here and is always putting the residents first. It's not about her, it's about the residents. And she's extremely driven, and I know that she's the best person to lead this council for the final 10 months of it being. To change that now, to upend everything, I think would be hugely detrimental to Spelthorne. So I'm supporting Councillor Sexton.
Thank you. Is there anybody else that would like to speak? Councillor Clark.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I wasn't going to speak, but as it's warmed up a little bit, I thought I might as well throw my
Councillor
2
Clark,
pence
you
in the thing.
couldn't not speak.
No. Madam Mayor, the timer, Madam Mayor, the timer. I urge you. Thank you. Okay, this is the 3rd leaders' vote I've attended in this chamber. I've cut quite a few bits out of this as well. We've had 3 years with Joanne Sexton as leader of the council, and what have we seen? We've seen division. We've seen the design code. We've seen the local plan delivered 2.5 years late. We've seen the government lose faith in local councils so much they've enforced unitary authorities, even here in South Middlesex. We've seen the argument between 3 and 2 authorities that has wasted an entire year of potential building. We've seen a lack of building of any type of homes by the council, including affordable homes and social homes. We're now in a situation where we were selling off our assets in a fire sale at absolute bargain rates. These assets aren't council assets, they are the residents' assets. These assets were purchased to make an income in reducing central funding. These assets, once paid for, were to deliver significant income to the borough, as well as affordable, social and valuable homes. This will now not happen. When this council handovers to the new West Surrey and South Middlesex Unitary Authority, we will likely not even own a single mug in the cupboard because it will have been sold off at a car boot sale. We will have significant debts into the hundreds of millions of pounds likely to take into the Unitary Authority. What will they think of us? The last year has seen the leader arguing yet again with central government about the Stanmore Hotel, unsuccessfully, and HMOs. However, she's fully aware of where the HMOs are in the borough, isn't she? Leadership is difficult. Leadership is understanding your brief and getting people to support your vision of the future. Sadly, Spelthorne's recent vision of the future has been rather dystopian. We now have developers licking their lips at the bargain basement assets that they will buy. We have tried to enforce social value in sales in order to hide the loss of the real value of these properties. We will have very limited capability to deliver what residents want within the borough because we don't own these sites. Times will get harder. I've spoken many times about planning by appeal due to no local plan, and I would urge people, residents, to watch out in the next 5 to 10 years to see how Spelthorne changes, particularly in Staines. We may well lose the Elmsley Centre. What will that look like when it's not under the council control? Vape shops, etc. The main thing I want to see at the end of this term is an honest appraisal of this council cycle, a review of where we were and where we are, where our money went and where it's going. Thank you, Madam Mayor.
Thank you. Is there anybody else that would like to speak? No? Okay. We're now going to go to the vote, and as we've got 2 nominations, we will call out your names, and you will either vote for one candidate or the other, or abstain.
Okay, thank you, Madam Mayor. So just to repeat that for everyone, we've got 2 candidates. I'm going to read through the names one by one and like people to indicate either for Neil or for Sexton or abstention. And then Linda will cast the result. First is Mayor Dunn.
I'm abstaining.
Deputy Mayor Gibson.
For Sexton.
Attewell.
For Councillor Neil.
Barker.
For Councillor Neil.
Bateson.
Councillor Neil.
Beattie.
Councillor Sexton.
Beecher.
For Councillor Sexton.
Badai.
Councillor Neil.
Councillor Bing Dong.
Abstain.
Abstain, is that? Yes. Yeah. Councillor Bopari.
Councillor Neil.
Botflower.
Councillor Neil.
Brennan.
Abstain.
Buck.
Abstain.
Burrell.
Councillor Sexton.
Button.
Councillor Sexton.
Kaplan.
For Councillor Neil.
Clark.
Councillor Neil.
Councillor John Doran.
Councillor Sexton.
Councillor Sue Doran.
Councillor Sexton.
Councillor Geach.
Councillor Sexton.
Grant.
Councillor Neil.
Gayawali.
Councillor Neil.
Hawkins.
Councillor Neil.
Islam.
Councillor Neil.
Lee.
Councillor Neil.
Mater. Mooney. Councillor Neil.
Councillor Neil.
Are you sure? Yeah. Councillor Nichols.
Councillor Neil.
Rutherford.
Abstain.
Abstain. I think that was. Councillor Sexton.
Might as well abstain. Myself.
What's your formal vote?
For. Me.
For yourself, yeah. Turner.
Councillor Neil.
And lastly, Councillor Williams.
Councillor Sexton.
Thank you, councillors. Thank you, Madam Mayor. The result of the vote is as follows. We have 18 votes for Councillor Neil and we have 10 votes for Councillor Sexton. So therefore, Councillor Neil is elected. Thank you.
I would like to offer our congratulations to Councillor Neil on being elected as the leader for the 2026-27 municipal year, and would now ask him to move to the seat reserved for the leader on the inner horseshoe. Right, agenda item 8 is announcements from the leader. So, Councillor Neil, do you have any announcements to make?
Thank you, Madam Mayor. And I extend my congratulations, as everyone has. Residents' views are incredibly important to us. Your feedback helps shape the Council's policies, improve services, and ensure we are focusing on what matters most to our communities. That is why it is vital that everyone takes the opportunity to get involved in our consultations and surveys. The more people who share their views, the better informed our decisions will be. We're currently consulting on the draft Affordable Housing SPD, which provides guidance on delivering affordable housing through the new Spelthorne local plan, including housing requirements, design standards and developer contributions. We're also consulting on an update to the adopted Climate Change SPD 2023. This guidance explains how new developments across the borough can help reduce the impact of climate change while ensuring our communities are resilient and able to adapt to future challenges. These two consultations are open until Friday, the 5th of June. In addition, residents are invited to comment on proposals to redevelop part of Memorial Gardens in Staines upon Thames with a new outdoor multi-use games area. We believe the proposed improvements would encourage more physical activity, create a welcoming and inclusive space for people of all ages, and bring new energy to the area for young people, families, and the wider community. The proposal includes removable fencing to ensure the area can continue to host events such as Staines upon Thames Day. It is important that all age groups are represented in this conversation so that any plans reflect the needs and views of the whole community. The consultation is open until Sunday, the 21st of June. I would also like to remind residents that small actions really can make a big difference, and that reporting issues such as graffiti, litter, dog fouling, antisocial behaviour and suspected illegal houses in multiple occupation helps us protect and improves the places we all share. By working together and reporting concerns quickly, we can respond faster, target resources more effectively and prevent smaller issues from becoming bigger problems. Together, we can help Spelthorne, we can keep Spelthorne clean, safe and welcoming for everyone. Please visit our website or call us to report any issues. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Leader. Now we go on to agenda item number 9, which is the election of the Deputy Leader.
Point of order, Madam Mayor. Could we possibly have an adjournment?
Yes, if it's appropriate, we can have a 5-minute break.
It's your decision. It's your decision.
Councillor Nichols, is the reason for this break for a comfort break?
Not explicitly, Madam Mayor, no. I just think before we actually approach the election of the Deputy Leader, there may be a need for some discussion.
Okay, we will have a break for 5 minutes then. item 9, election of Deputy Leader of the Council. Please can I invite nominations to be Deputy Leader of the Council for the 2026-27 municipal year. Councillor Nee.
Nominate Councillor Bateson. Oh, thank you. I nominate Councillor Bateson.
Okay. Are you proposing?
Yes.
You have a president. Okay. Do you have a seconder? Councillor Kaplan.
Yes, Madam Mayor, I'd like to second the nomination of Councillor Bateson.
Thank you. Councillor Neil, do you wish to speak to your proposal?
Yes, please. I would like to propose Councillor Bateson to be Deputy Leader of Spelthorne Borough Council for the final year of its operation. He's a dedicated councillor who goes above and beyond what is required of him, such as attending meetings in the public gallery or helping his colleagues with advice and support. He's an experienced public representative and he works extremely hard for the residents of his ward. This has been demonstrated in his recent election to the West Surrey Unitary Authority. He has been the Deputy Leader of the Council for 2 years already, and he offers a safe pair of hands to steer Spelthorne Borough Council's journey through to its conclusion. Thank you.
Councillor Kaplan.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. We need to have a balance, and we have a comparatively new councillor who has been voted in as the leader. To balance this, we need to have a very, very strong grounding and support from someone who has a very, very firm understanding and respect from not only the council members, but the staff and large swathes, in fact almost all of the public of Spelthorne Borough Council. The important thing is that we have a leader and a deputy leader to work as a team. And certainly in the past 3 years, we have seen some great teamwork. And that's with different people. Now, for the last run of 10 months before Spelthorne ceases to exist, we now have to run for the finishing tape with very much a business agenda. And this is why we have pushed for Councillor Neil, who has unquestionable business acumen, to be in that position, but he will need strong support from someone who knows the council, the officers inside out. Who better than Councillor Bateson, who has almost 100% attendance, not only to the committee meetings that he is down for, he attends everything. I see his car outside this council almost every time I pass by. I'm sure he's got a house here somewhere. But that's a light note there. But the main thing is that Councillor Neil, will be able to really be able to ask Councillor Bateson, right, this is what we're intending to do. What is the best approach? I know what I want to do. Which is the best way to match our approach? And I'm an engineer, and in electronics, we have to match the source to the load so that you get the maximum power transfer. I see Councillor Bateson as being the matching transformer between our new councillor, Neil, who is our business installation, with the council, which is the main system that Councillor Neil is being plugged into. So please excuse the technical point, that's the way I speak, but I sincerely feel that Councillor Bateson, who has also been a great guidance for me in my early years as a councillor, is going to be a wonderful half of a very, very effective partnership to lead this council up to the finish tape with the best possible outcome. And I'd also like to thank the people who have been the leader and deputy leader for the past 3 years for an excellent run up to this last 10 months. Thank you.
Thank you. Do we have any other nominations for deputy leader? Councillor Williams.
Need a bit of competition. I would like to nominate Councillor Med Buck for Deputy Leader.
Can we have clarification as to whether or not you wish to?
No, I think Councillor Williams is joking. He's in a very good mood today.
So do I. Councillor Mooney.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Congratulations. I think you're going to be a great mayor, and I'm going to fully support your mayor all year. I would like to stand up and nominate Councillor Attewell, but I know she's not going to accept the nomination. But I just want to say, with her results in the recent election and her years of service and dedication, like yourself, Councillor Dunn, I think she would make a great nomination, but she doesn't want to accept it, so I'm going to sit down.
Thank you. So do we have any more people that would like to speak? No? Okay. We'll go to the vote then.
Madam Mayor, could we have a name vote, please?
Of course. Councillor Bortflower.
Madam Mayor, thank you. It's uncontested. I didn't believe there needed to be a vote. I might be wrong, but I always
Well,
thought...
we don't know if it's going to be contested yet, do we, till we ask the question?
I thought it would be uncontested as nobody else has put up another candidate. But I'm just going old school, sorry.
I'm sorry, we've still got to vote regardless. So let's go through the procedure, okay? And it'll be a name vote. I'll hand over to Chief Executive.
Councillors, not quite the same as last time, but I'll go through the list of all those present, and you need to indicate whether you're for the proposed for Councillor Bateson, against, or you want to abstain in that vote. That's what we're registering. Same order, Mayor Dunn.
For.
Deputy Mayor Gibson.
For.
Councillor Attewell.
For.
Councillor Barker.
For.
Councillor Bateson. For. Councillor Beattie.
Against.
Councillor Beecher. Against. Councillor Badai. For. Councillor Bingdong. Abstain. Councillor Bopari.
For.
Councillor Botflower.
For.
Councillor Brennan.
Against.
Councillor Buck.
Abstain.
Councillor Burrow.
Against.
Councillor Button.
Against.
Councillor Kaplan.
For.
Councillor Clark.
For.
Councillor John Doran.
Against.
Councillor Sue Doran.
Against.
Councillor Geach.
Against.
Councillor Grant.
For.
Councillor Gaiwala.
For.
Councillor Hawkins.
For.
Councillor Islam. Councillor Lee.
4.
Councillor Matur.
4.
Councillor Mooney.
4.
Councillor Neal.
4.
Councillor Nichols.
4.
Councillor Rutherford.
Abstain.
Councillor Sexton.
Against.
Councillor Turner.
4.
And lastly, Councillor Williams.
Against.
Thank you.
Thank you, councillors. The result of the vote is as follows. We have 19 votes for, 10 votes against, and 4 votes abstained. So therefore, Councillor Bateson is elected. Thank you.
I offer our congratulations to Councillor Bateson on being elected as Deputy Leader for the 2026-27 municipal year. I would ask him to move to the seat reserved for the Deputy Leader in the inner horseshoe. I'm just going to stop the meeting for 2 minutes while committee services work out the proportions. Executives. I believe there are no announcements from the Chief Executive. Right. So we're swiftly carrying on to agenda item 11. Establishment of committees and subcommittees. Council need to agree the following. The allocation of seats on committees for 2026-27, the appointment of members to committees for 2026-27, the appointment of chairs and vice chairs for committees for 2026-27, and the appointment of named substitutes for committees for 26-27. So I will now move on to item 11A on the agenda. So, agenda item 11A, allocation of seats on committees and subcommittees. Unfortunately, due to the tight timescale, this table is not available to distribute round to members. However, the revised proportionality figures and seat allocations have been agreed by the group leaders, and the number of seats that each group have on individual committees is reflected on 11B. I will therefore go straight to 11B for members to agree the membership of each committee. Is that understood by all councillors? Councillor Williams.
I'd like a name vote, please.
Okay. Committee services are just going to go through some points of order for you.
Thank you, members. I just wanted to point out on the membership charts that there's now 3 amendments. The first one is to the membership of the Corporate Policy and Resources Committee. In our constitution, it states that the leader and deputy leader should be on there. So in place of Councillor Gibson will be Councillor Neil. With regard to the big committee, Councillor Beecher should be replaced with Councillor Sexton, and on the E&S committee, Councillor Sexton needs to be replaced with Beecher. So there's just a few amendments there before you vote.
Is everybody clear with what's just been said?
Yes.
Councillor Barton.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I also believe that the makeup of the audit committee needs to change, as standing orders now state that no chairs of service committees are allowed on the audit committee. And now that Councillor Neil is chair of CP&R, his seat needs to be replaced by somebody else, I believe.
Sorry, me again. There obviously has following from Councillor Button's query. Thank you very much for that and pointing that out. Councillor Neil is no longer on the audit committee, and in place we have Councillor Kaplan. He doesn't know that yet.
Thank you for that clarification. Are there any other points before we go to the vote? Councillor Bullflower.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Just to really say, if that could be resent out once it's all replaced, that would be quite helpful, I think, for everybody. Thank you, Madam Mayor.
Thank you, Councillor Bullflower. Right. We now have to consider the appointments to each committee. The nominations, as agreed between group leaders, have been laid around the chamber. Please indicate if you do not have one, and committee services will provide you one. Committee services, I don't have one.
It's a need-to-know basis.
Thank you very much. I would advise members that the nominations submitted for the Commercial Assets Subcommittee will be agreed by the members of the Corporate Policy and Resources Committee tonight. So therefore, at this stage, Council is asked to agree all the appointments aside from the Commercial Assets Subcommittee tonight. I call upon the leader, Councillor Neil, to propose a motion.
Yeah, agenda item 11B, appointment of members to committees and subcommittees. We now have to consider the... Yeah, okay, thank you, mate. Found it. I call upon, thank you, Madam Mayor. I propose that the appointment of members to committees be approved.
Is that seconded?
Seconded, Madam Mayor, and congratulations on your election this evening.
Thank you. Do you wish to reserve your right to speak?
No, thank you, Madam Mayor.
Thank you. Councillor Neil, do you wish to speak in support of your motion?
No, thank you.
Do any councillors wish to speak about the motion? Right. Councillor Neil, do you wish to sum up?
No, thank you,
Okay.
Madam Mayor. Thank you.
I will now take a vote through a show of... Oh, no, we need a name vote. Okay. So, Chief Executive, over to you.
So this is a vote to agree those nominations to committee or disagreeing. So for, against and abstain as before. Mayor Dunn.
Point of order, Madam Mayor, if I may. Could someone please explain what voting against means? I can see that you could abstain. There's a proposal. Does the whole thing fall and we have no committees if there's a vote against?
Thank you, Councillor Nichols. Thank you, Councillor Nichols. Yes, that will be the case if the nominations and the composition of the committee is not agreed. Then we will not be having committees, but they will not be legally be able to sit and have meetings until such time as they are composed. Thank you.
Does that answer your question, Councillor Nichols? Okay. Right. We'll go to the vote then.
Okay, recorded vote. I go through every name. For or against or abstain, the list of memberships of committees that you've just been talking about. So first, Mayor Dunn.
For.
Deputy Mayor Gibson.
For.
Councillor Atwell.
For.
Councillor Barker.
For.
Councillor Bateson.
For.
Councillor Beattie.
For.
Councillor Beecher.
For.
Councillor Badai.
For.
Councillor Bing Dong.
Abstain. Okay.
Okay. Councillor Bapari. For. Councillor Botflower.
For.
Councillor Brennan.
For.
Councillor Buck.
For.
Councillor Burrow.
For.
Councillor Button.
For.
Councillor Kaplan.
For.
Councillor Clark.
For.
Councillor John Doran.
For.
Councillor Sue Doran.
For.
Councillor Geach, I think, has gone. Councillor Grant.
For.
Councillor Gawali.
For.
Councillor Hawkins.
For.
Councillor Islam. Councillor Lee.
For.
Councillor Matur.
For.
Councillor Mooney. Councillor Neal.
4.
Councillor Nichols.
4.
Councillor Rutherford.
4.
Councillor Sexton.
4.
Councillor Turner.
4.
And Councillor Williams.
Abstain.
Right, the monitoring officer will announce the results.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Thank you, councillors. The result of the vote is as follows. We have 30 votes for, 2 votes abstained, so therefore the motion is carried. Thank you.
Thank you. Moving on to agenda item 11C, appointment of chairs and vice chairs to committees and subcommittees. The nominations, as agreed between group leaders, have been laid around the chamber. I call upon the leader, Councillor Neal, to propose the motion.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I propose that the appointment of chairs and vice chairs to committees be approved.
Is that seconded?
Seconded, Madam Mayor.
Do you wish to reserve your right to speak?
No, thank you, Madam Mayor.
Right, Councillor Neal, do you wish to speak in support of the motion?
No, I think it's self-explanatory. Thank you.
Do any members wish to speak on the appointments of chairs and vice chairs? No? Okay. I will now take a vote through a show of hands. Are the nominations for chairs and vice chairs agreed? Those for. Oh, I'm for, by the way. I'm for as well.
Thank you, members. Thank you very much.
Against or at least one person abstaining.
I was abstaining.
Right, those against, please put your hand up. Yeah, and we now come to those that are abstaining. 2 abstaining, I believe.
Thank you, councillors. Thank you, councillor. Madam Mayor, the result of the vote is as follows: 34 and 2 abstained, so therefore the motion is carried. Thank you.
Right, we're moving on now to agenda item 11D, appointment of named substitutes to committees. This item is to appoint named substitutes to committees in accordance with the Council's constitution. Nominations for named substitutes have been laid around the chamber. I call upon the leader, Councillor Neal, to propose the motion.
Sorry about that. Thank you, Madam Mayor. I propose that the appointment of named substitutes to committees be approved.
Is that seconded?
Seconded, Madam Mayor.
Do you wish to reserve your right to speak?
No, thank you, Madam Mayor.
Councillor Neal, do you wish to speak in support of your motion?
No, I think we've all got the papers. Thank you.
Okay. Do any councillors wish to speak? Councillor Williams.
Thank you, Madam Mayor.
can't see what we're voting on here. About half of these have just got TBA against them, so we don't know who the substitutes are going to be. So shouldn't we wait until we've got some names in the boxes before we vote on this?
Our committee services will explain.
Sorry, you'll be fed up hearing from me. Our constitution allows that the chief exec can agree any substitutions, changes to or additions to. So what we're voting on today is what you've got in front of you. Any additions doesn't need to come back to council. It can be agreed by the chief executive as per our constitution.
Councillor Bortfire, did you want to say something?
Oh, thank you, Madam Mayor. That's been the practice for this whole council term, that if they weren't defined, and sometimes things of getting people to be reserves is dependent on other things, etc., until things are passed in here. So that's been custom and practice since we started. Thank you.
Right, well, I'll take a vote.
So I still think it's unsatisfactory, so I'd like to call for a name vote to see who agrees with this approach and who doesn't.
Okay, we'll have a name vote. We're just going to get a clarification from the Morrisshire office.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Councillor Williams, just to clarify that the item on the agenda is we're voting for the substitutes rather than whether or not we agree what the Constitution says, because obviously that is not on the table. Thank you.
Do you still wish to have a name vote then?
Yes, please.
Okay. Let's go for it then.
So to clarify, this is a named vote on whether the council here agrees to the named substitutes that are on your list. Okay, so I was sort of looking quizzically at that, I'm afraid. Yep. Okay. Mayor Dunn.
4.
And Deputy Mayor Gibson.
4.
Councillor Atwell. Councillor Atwell.
Apologies, I'm not clear what I'm voting for.
The vote is whether council agrees to the listed substitutes for committees as set out in the paper.
4.
Thank you. Councillor Barker.
4.
Councillor Bateson.
4.
Councillor Beattie.
4.
Councillor Beecher.
4.
Councillor Badai.
4.
Councillor Bing Dong.
Can you say again what are we voting for, please?
You're voting for the named substitutes on
11D.
11D.
Oh, abstain. Thank you.
Okay. Councillor Bapari. 4. Councillor Botflower.
4.
Councillor Brennan.
4.
Councillor Buck.
4.
Councillor Burrell.
4.
Councillor Button.
4.
Councillor Kaplan.
4.
Councillor Clark.
4.
Councillor John Doran.
4.
Councillor Sue Doran.
4.
Councillor Skeech isn't here. Councillor Grant.
4.
Councillor Gaiwala. 4. Councillor Hawkins.
4 again.
Councillor Islam. 4. Councillor Lee. 4. Councillor Matur. 4. Councillor Mooney. 4. Councillor Neal.
4.
Councillor Nichols. 4. Councillor Rutherford.
4.
Councillor Sexton.
4.
Councillor Turner.
4.
And Councillor Williams.
Abstain.
Thank you.
Thank you, councillors. Thank you, Madam Mayor. The result of the vote is as follows. We have 30 votes for and 2 abstain, so therefore the motion is carried. Thank you.
Thank you. We're now moving on to agenda item 12, agreement of nominations for Commercial Assets Subcommittee. Is that right? Because I thought we said we weren't going to do it.
Yeah, no, there's only certain people can vote for that.
Right. This item is to agree the members of the Commercial Assets Subcommittee for 2026-27. As this is a subcommittee of the Corporate Policies and Resources Committee, only members of that Corporate Policy and Resources Committee can vote on this item today. Do the members of the Corporate Policy and Resources Committee agree the membership of the Commercial Assets Subcommittee?
4.
Does everybody understand that?
No, why not ask Karen to just clarify
Okay.
who's on the committee?
Our committee services will confirm who is actually able to vote.
Okay, the members that are allowed to vote on this item are as follows. Councillor Bortflower, Councillor Lee, Councillor Mooney, Councillor Attiwell, Councillor Clark, Councillor Buck, Councillor Garawali, Councillor Bateson, Councillor Neal, Councillor Turner, Councillor Sexton, Councillor Williams, Councillor Button, Councillor Sudon.
Okay, is everybody clear? It's just those people that are voting on this particular item. Okay? Could we have a show of hands, please, for those 4?
There may be some confusion because I'm abstaining.
Is anybody else abstaining? Right, 2 abstentions. 3 abstentions, is that? No, 2. 2. Okay, you're not eligible to vote, Councillor Bing-Dong. You're not on Corporate Policy and Resources.
I'm just abstain.
She said she'd abstain, but
You can't.
let's just move on.
Yeah, okay. Right, so would you like to read out the results?
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Thank you, councillors. The result is as follows. We have 12 votes for and 2 votes abstained, so therefore the motion is carried. Thank you.
Right, moving on to agenda item 13, appointments to outside bodies. We've only got 2 items on this one. The council has to agree its nominations to 2 outside bodies as outlined in the main agenda for 2026-27. I will take the appointments in turn as they appear on the agenda. Number 1, South West Middlesex Crematorium Board. This outside body requires 1 representative and 1 deputy. Please can I invite a proposal for the representative? Councillor Nichols.
I would like to nominate your good self, Madam Mayor.
Thank you, Councillor Nichols. Are there any other nominations for the South West Crematorium Board? Councillor Clark.
Thanks, Madam Mayor. Nominate Councillor Sexton.
Councillor Sexton, do you accept?
No.
No. Sorry, she doesn't accept, Councillor Clark. I'm sorry. Okay. Councillor Williams.
I'd like to nominate Councillor Clark.
Councillor Clark, do you accept?
I accept, Madam Mayor.
Okay. Right, you're going to need a seconder. Councillor Bortflower.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I'd like to, if I can, second yourself and Councillor Clark.
Oh, I'm sure we can do both, yes.
Thank you.
Yes, I think it will. So would you like to speak, Councillor Nichols, on your proposal?
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Although I'm all in favour of a little bit of levity in council meetings, this is actually a worthwhile external appointment, and I know you fulfilled this role extremely well for a number of years, and it would be very sad if you were not to be elected onto this body.
And my seconder?
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I couldn't agree more with Councillor Nichols there. You've done this for some time and an absolute ambassador of this council. Thank you.
Right. And what about the proposal for
Yes.
Councillor Clark?
Thank you, yes, and I don't mean any levity by this at all. That may have come across that way. I think Councillor Clark is very clearly very passionate about being involved in the community and the work of this council. He's been put forward for numerous positions and has been let down, unfortunately. I'm sure he's very disappointed, and I'm sure in his previous role in the military, he's come across this sort of misfortune on many occasions. So it's a serious suggestion, with no disrespect to the Mayor.
Councillor Bortflower, would you like to...
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Once again, I've spoke about Councillor Clark Darren a bit earlier. His professionalism, we're doing well. It's great that he's expanding to have a go at something an outside body like this. And I'm sure with your guidance and assistance as well, he'll do a great job, as you both will. Thank you, Madam Mayor.
Right, councillors, if there's any other nominations? No? Okay. So we go through the voting procedure again. Those in favour of myself, would you please raise your hands? Right, you put your hands down. And for Councillor Clark. Oh, Councillor Bortflower and Councillor Williams, yeah. 2.
Sorry, Madam Mayor. I thought that was a vote for Councillor Clark then, unless I misread
Yes,
that.
it is a vote for Councillor
Okay,
Clark.
thank you. Sorry, we'll do it again.
Sorry, I should only vote for Clark. The first I missed.
Okay, so that's an extra vote for Councillor Clark. Can we just do the votes for Councillor Clark again, please? Because we're not quite clear how many people voted for Councillor Clark. Right.
Councillors, can I just clarify? You can only vote for one candidate. You cannot be voting for both. You either want one or the other. The previous count, we had 28 votes for Councillor Down and 3 votes for Councillor Clark.
Sorry, I have to explain. I didn't intend it
I
to
have,
vote.
reduced,
first
I
of
have
all.
removed your vote from that number, so it's 28 versus 3. Thank you.
Mayor, if I may, there's for 2 posts. There's one post which is for representative and then deputy.
I was just coming on to that, Councillor
okay.
Bortflower.
Apologies. Thank you.
Councillor Buck.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I just want to seek the clarification of the monitoring officer with regards to Article 5 of the Constitution of Spelthorne, Article 5, Section 3, which reads, the Mayor will not be a member of any committee appointed by the Council. And today we have the Mayor appointed in a committee.
Thank you, Councillor Buck. Actually, if you would read the paragraph which you have quoted, it relates to the committees of the Council. We are voting for the appointment to the outside body. So therefore, that appointment is permitted under the Constitution. Thank you.
Thank you for that clarification. So, I guess I'm elected, yes?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right, now we come to the deputy. Councillor Clark, would you like to be deputy?
Madam Mayor, I'd be honoured to be your deputy.
And I'd be grateful if you would. Thank you. Right, we're now on to number 2, which is to appoint a representative to the Surrey Police and Crime Panel for 2026-27. Please can I invite nominations for the representative? Councillor Button.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I'd like to nominate Councillor Burrell for this role, please.
We have a seconder. Councillor Sexton.
I'd like to second that, thank you.
Okay. Do you wish to speak for your... Okay. Right. Is there any other nominations then?
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I'd like to propose Councillor Denise Salagopoulos, who's unfortunately not here tonight, but I am proposing her. Thank you.
I was just getting clarity as to whether or not we could do that for somebody that isn't actually here to speak for themselves. But if you want to propose that, that's perfectly all right. Can we have a seconder? Councillor Clark. Right. So, Councillor Button, do you want to speak in support of your proposal?
Yes, thank you. Just very briefly, Councillor Burrell has been is our current representative on this panel. So he's got the experience and knows how the panel works. And I think he's doing a fine job on the panel, and I recommend that Council appoints him to this outside body. Thank you.
Thank you. Councillor Sexton, do you wish to add anything?
I'd just like to concur with Councillor Button, thank you.
Okay. Right, Councillor Bortflower.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Everybody knows Denise. When she goes into battle, she goes full strength. And one of the things that I haven't heard in this year of our PCC person on that committee, of any reports back from their meetings or any attendance stuff, etc., to this chamber. One thing that Denise did say when I spoke to her about this position is that she'd be desperately key to report back to this chamber on a regular basis. I think this borough needs that connection to the PCC. She's extremely strong-willed. Taking into account the PCC conversations we've had over the last couple of years, I think she'll really go into bat for this council. I think that's very important. And having her in that position can only strengthen our position in Spelthorne for our residents. Thank you, Madam Mayor.
And the seconder, do you wish to speak?
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I'd like to endorse what Councillor Bortflower has said. Councillor Salagopoulos has got an encyclopedic knowledge of particularly the Staines area, and I think when it comes to PCSOs, when it comes to public space, protection orders and all that good stuff that needs to be done to really try and reinvigorate Staines and the wider Spelthorne area and to get the PCC and the police to really focus on Spelthorne to help us out. I think there is absolutely nobody better and nobody more dynamic, resilient and robust than Councillor Sally Agopoulos. Thank you, Madam Mayor.
Is anybody else wish to speak? Councillor Bopari.
This is a very important role. I did it a few years back, and you have the opportunity. You're representing Spelthorne, and you have the opportunity to really throw hard questions as a panel to the Chief Superintendent and the Crime Commissioner. Only yesterday, I crossed swords with the Borough Commander because I'm not happy with what's going on in the borough with crime. Burglaries going up 22 on average a month. We got burgled 10 years ago. Not much has changed. I'm not interested in statistics anymore. I want to see officers on the beat, not meet the beat. And I want to see residents protected, not armed burglars coming into a house and terrorising a lady on her own. And the response unit was dismal, the timings they got back. So the Surrey Police need to improve massively to reassure our residents that they are protected, that the numbers are right, and it's a very important post. And I'm sorry, Councillor Burrell hasn't represented this borough very well over the last couple of years. I haven't heard anything come back, and it's terrible out there. And Denise actually lives down our road, and she is a community person. She does her bit. So I think it's time for a fresh start in that position. So I'll be backing Denise on that one.
Would anybody else like to speak on this item? No. Okay. Councillor
Madam Mayor, sorry to bother. Could I have a recorded vote on this, please? Thank you.
Of course. Councillor Mooney?
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I think something was said in this chamber, tell me if it's not appropriate for me to say this now, that really has troubled me. Am I allowed to address you with that now?
Yes, of course.
Okay. So I just want to say that I personally, and I'm sure others in this chamber, was really disappointed by the manner in which a member in this chamber spoke in a belittling terms, I feel, about an army veteran. I'm talking about Councillor Clark. Whatever the disagreement, somebody who has served this country deserves respect. We have many residents in this borough who have served in the armed forces or services. They deserve respect. And councillors in this chamber should be setting the tone and not lowering conversations towards people who have served this country with their lives. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Mooney. I'll just hand over to the Chief Executive.
So, it's a recorded vote, and it's a choice of two. So either for Councillor Burrell or for Sally Galopoulos, or abstention on that. Same list, same order. Mayor Dunn.
Councillor Burrell.
Deputy Mayor Gibson.
Councillor Burrell.
Councillor Atwell.
Councillor Saligopoulos.
Councillor Barker.
Councillor Saligopoulos.
Councillor Bateson.
Councillor Burrell.
Councillor Beattie.
Councillor Burrell.
Councillor Beecher.
Councillor Burrell.
Councillor Badai.
Councillor Saliagopoulos.
Councillor Bing Dong.
Abstain.
Councillor Bopari.
Councillor Salgadopoulos.
Councillor Botfleur.
Councillor Denise Saligopoulos.
Councillor Brennan.
Councillor Denise Saligopoulos.
Councillor Buck.
Councillor Denise Saligopoulos.
Councillor Burrell.
Councillor Burrell.
Councillor Button.
Councillor Burrell.
Councillor Kaplan.
Councillor Burrell.
Councillor Clark.
Councillor Saligopoulos.
Councillor John Doran.
Councillor Burrell.
Councillor Sudorn.
Councillor Burrell.
Councillor Grant.
Councillor Burrell.
Councillor Gaiawali.
Councillor Burrell.
Councillor Hawkins.
Councillor Denise Saliagopoulos.
Councillor Islam. Councillor Lee.
Councillor Saligopoulos.
Councillor Mathur.
Councillor Saliagopoulos.
Councillor Mooney.
Councillor Saligopoulos.
Councillor Neal.
Councillor Burrell.
Councillor Nichols.
Councillor Burrell.
Councillor Rutherford.
Councillor Burrell.
Councillor Sexton.
Councillor Burrell.
Councillor Turner.
Councillor Burrell.
Councillor Williams.
Councillor Burrell.
Thank you.
Thank you, councillors. The result is as follows. We have 18 votes for, 13, sorry, apologies. I'll start again. So we have 18 votes for Councillor Burrell, we have 13 votes for Councillor Saligopoulos, and we have 1 abstention. So therefore, Councillor Burrell is elected. Thank you.
Right, moving on swiftly to agenda item 14, Independent Remuneration Panel Review of Councillors' Allowances. This item is for the Council to consider the report and recommendations contained therein following a meeting of the Independent Remuneration Panel. Please note that a supplement correcting some transposed figures on Appendix B was issued this afternoon. I now call upon the leader, Councillor Neal, to propose a motion.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I propose that Council note the report and recommendations of the Independent Remuneration Review Panel outlined in the report dated March 2026. To approve the continuation of special responsibility allowances for the Chair and Vice Chair of the Audit Committee at 40% and 20% respectively of the Leader's allowance, with no requirement for backdating. And 3, approve the application of indexation to the basic and special responsibility allowances for 2026-27 in line with the 4% staff salary increase agreed by Council, applying from 1st of April 2026 for 1 year. Thank you.
Is that seconded?
Seconded, Madam Mayor.
Right. Do you wish to reserve your right to speak?
No, thank you, Madam Mayor.
Right. Councillor Neal, do you wish to speak in support of your motion?
No, I think we all have the information, thanks.
Do any councillors wish to speak on this motion? Councillor Williams.
Just to request a name vote, I want to see who wants to give himself a pay rise.
Okay, we'll have another name vote. Sorry, Councillor Clark, you wish to say something?
Yes, thank you, Madam Mayor. Clearly the finances are a struggle and I would not like to receive an uplift to my allowance for this year. And if it could be used for Better Neighbourhood grant funding within my ward, I'd be very grateful for that. Thank you, Madam Mayor.
Does anybody else wish to talk? Speak? No. Right, we come to the voting then. Oh, sorry, I didn't see you behind there, Councillor Atwell.
Thank you, Madam Mayor, and congratulations on your election this evening. Just to support Councillor Clark, I fully agree with what he suggested. Thank you.
Councillor Papari?
Yeah, well, I mean, with the current cost of living, what the residents are going through, it'd be wrong to take the increase. So, backing what Councillor Clark said. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam. Thank you, councillors. Can I just point out that this is obviously a recommendation. It is within the gift of this chamber to put forward a different proposal and vote on a different motion if you so wish. Thank you.
Councillor Portfell.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I'd like, if I can, to take the feeling of many people here in the chamber not to increase this, and I would like to, I know we're going to vote yes or no, but I think if we needed a motion to direct this, that the item is scrubbed, we shouldn't even be voting on it, so it shouldn't be on there. I don't know where that fits in with a monitoring officer. Thank you, Madam Mayor.
I'll ask the question.
Thank you, Councillor Borfla. Obviously, there is the alternative approach to resolve this is to vote against this particular proposal. So therefore, that will then keep things as they are, and then the uplift will not be agreed, and the allowances will stay as they are, if that is what the chamber would prefer.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Thank you, Monitoring Officer.
Councillor Hawkins.
Can you please confirm that these monies will then be diverted to our Better Neighbourhood grants that you've cut in half?
Councillor Bateson.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. There's an easy solution. The 4% that you receive, you simply put aside for a neighbourhood grant scheme you wish to support in your own ward, and then it's down to the individual councillor what they allocate that money to. So it gives the power to the councillor. Thank you.
That sounds like a good solution. Yeah? No, it's down to each individual councillor to decide what they want to do.
Okay, shall we go to the vote?
Yeah, we'll go to the vote then.
Sorry, Madam Mayor, for me, before we go to the vote, I think the clarity is not there. If you voted against it, it does not mean that the money is going to be anywhere near your ward grant. It will just stay within the council. And if to vote yes and then put it aside, taking off the tax and the various other stuff, is the way forward. So I don't think that was slightly clear in a lot of the conversations there, but voting no doesn't mean it's going to go into a pot for the community. It needs to cut, yeah, it will go to the commissioners. You need to do your little homework of already reckoning of what shillings, pounds and pence to put in your piggy bank for your ward. Thank you, Madam Mayor.
Councillor Beattie.
If I can add my congratulations to your election as Mayor to everyone else that's spoken. Very much following the theme of colleagues across the Chamber and indeed across party. May a way forward be that we vote in favour of the recommendations of the board. The committee services then tell each councillor how much that relates to in their ward, and then we can use it in our ward for the betterment of whichever part of our ward that we want to. That might be another way forward that addresses it. Well, it's a suggestion, Councillor Hawkins. Take it or leave it. Thank you, Madam Mayor.
Councillor Williams.
This doesn't count as commenting twice on this, but it occurs to me the logical thing to do, if there's such disagreement or confusion about this, that we just vote against, and then a new proposal, perhaps differently thought out, comes to a future meeting.
Basically, we're still voting on accepting the recommendation or not.
Okay. We still have to decide if we are for or against, and if the majority is against, then we would have to bring forward another motion. Is my understanding. So you're either for or against. Is that okay? Is that clear?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it was a call for a recorded vote.
Yes.
Did I miss that? Yeah. So this is for or against the motion of the independent panel, which makes recommendations to every council, and you're taking into account everything you've said, you're either going to accept that recommendation or not, for or against. So, Mayor Dunn.
Against.
Deputy Mayor Gibson.
Against.
Councillor Atwell.
Against.
Councillor Barker.
Against.
Councillor Bateson.
Against.
Councillor Beattie.
Against.
Councillor Beecher.
Against.
Councillor Badai.
Against.
Councillor Bing Dong.
Against.
Councillor Bopari.
Against.
Councillor Botflower.
Against.
Councillor Brennan.
Against.
Councillor Buck.
Against.
Councillor Burrow.
Against.
Councillor Button.
Against.
Councillor Kaplan.
Against.
Councillor Clark.
Against.
Councillor John Doran.
Against.
Councillor Sue Doran.
Against.
Councillor Geach. He's not here. Councillor Grant.
Against.
Councillor Gaiwali.
Against.
Councillor Hawkins.
Against.
Councillor Islam.
Against.
Councillor Lee.
Against.
Councillor Mathur.
Against.
Councillor Mooney. Councillor Neal.
Against.
Councillor Nichols.
Against.
Councillor Rutherford.
Against.
Councillor Sexton.
Against.
Councillor Turner.
Against.
Councillor Williams.
Against.
Thank you, councillors. A unanimous vote, so therefore this motion fails.
Okay, so we'll have that motion come back at another time with a clarity of how else it can be dealt with. Yeah, with options. Councillor Brennan.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Will it come back at the next council meeting? Because I'm just conscious that the longer it delays, the more that money's just in the ether when we could actually be giving it to our chosen charities and doing something positive.
Our next council meeting is July, so we will hopefully get it forward for July. Unless everybody wants to have an ECM on it. No. Okay. That's pretty clear then. We're going for July. Now, you'll be pleased to say that that concludes the business of the meeting. And I'd like to invite all fellow members, officers and guests. Oh, I don't think we've got any left now. No. Anyway, fellow members, officers and guests to join me in the Goddard Room.